Hello and welcome to another chapter in what has been a roller coaster season so far in the Premier League. The Foxes currently sit in the drop zone but could find themselves as high as 14th with a positive result. It could go any way, but on a fine run of form, can we keep this run going? I hope you'll join me to find out. It's Everton versus Leicester City. It's a watch-along. Won't you join us? Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Elijah, and I'll be your host today. We're going to be kicking off in just under 10 minutes, and we've got a few things to talk to. So let's start getting some of those comments up on screen. Thank you all for joining me. For once, it's an afternoon kickoff for me in Canada, so it's a nice evening kickoff. Last match of the day for today. Srub's already getting into the lineup. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. And Donna, good to see all of you tuning in today. Let's get that lineup right up on screen because there's a lot for us to cover, particularly when it comes to Leicester City's lineup. A lot of us have been talking about how, as we've been turning a corner, a couple players who had been left out of a lot of squads had started performing well and seeming to earn their places back. And today they both find themselves out of the squad entirely. Now, those are with reason. Dennis Pratt in the midfield is missing as he is on paternity leave. His wife has just given birth, so congratulations to him as well on the birth of his child. And Chalar Soyuncu, after a reasonably positive showing, has been left out of the squad following a hamstring injury in training. Johnny Evans as well has failed his fitness examination, so will not be available today. And as a result, our lineup is as follows. A 4-1-4-1 with a backline consisting of Justin Fass, Amarte, and Castagna. Amarte, another player who has been in pretty good form as we seem to have started to turn this corner. Boubakary Soumare returns to the lineup in defensive midfield behind a midfield four of Barnes, Dewsbury Hall, Tielemans, and Madison. Tielemans once again given the captain's armband after some pretty good performances against Wolves and Manchester City. And up front as the sole striker is Patson Daka. Now, I'm going to bring up what Srubs commented here saying that Daka for Vardy could pay off or it could go terribly wrong. I think one of the big things that we see here between not only the fact that Daka starts, but also the fact that both Vardy and Iheanacho are on the bench, this feels like Brendan Rodgers playing his cards very close to his chest at the moment. This is a system that has worked for us over the last couple of games, and it only gets better for us once we put two strikers up. What this gives us is a lot of control and possibility. If, say, at halftime we find ourselves down a goal, we can easily bring on one of them for a midfield player, change up our shape, put two players up front. We know how well Daka can perform when put into a tandem with Kelechi Iheanacho. If we find ourselves in the driver's seat come about the 50th, 60th minute, then that sets up really well for us to then have easy like-for-like substitutions in two different options, be it that we want to either drive through those lines with an Iheanacho type, or if we want to play those fast-moving runs with Jamie Vardy. Nick Moore commenting that I just wish Matters wasn't right wing. I agree with that. It's not a natural position for him, and if anything, if we needed to bring somebody in on a right wing, I would have sooner maybe given Perez a chance to get a start. Although that said, it already seems more and more by the day that he's on his way out of the club. He's no longer showing any desire to re-sign his contract as he wishes to go back to Spain. Possibly could be why we're not seeing him in the lineup. And then perhaps Dewsbury Hall could have been taken out of the squad in favor of Madison following his form. But one thing we've seen from Brendan Rodgers, one thing that's made me eat my words at the very least, is that even as we have some of those players that are out of form, Rodgers keeps playing them and they get a chance to find that form back. We saw that with Danny Ward. We're seeing that with Dan Amarte, even Timmy Castagna to an extent. So as a result, with the recent run of form that we've had, I'm going to put my trust in Brendan Rodgers for this one. Everton line up in a what I've been informed was a 4-3-3, although my broadcast is now showing it to be a 4-2-3-1 formation. But the starting 11 remains the same. A couple dangerous players here in the form of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, as well as a solid center back partnership of Connor Cody and James Tarkowski. Tarkowski, of course, a center back that Leicester City had their eyes on in the preseason break. Dwight McNeil as well, another former Burnley player that finds himself in Everton's lineup. Now, these are two teams that are in the lower part of the table, but both have a lot of climbing opportunity. Both managers a little hot under the collar at the moment. Leicester City currently sitting on 11 points in 18th position. But a win by 2 goals or more could see us even leapfrog Everton to climb as high as 13th position. So long as we don't lose this match, we will find ourselves out of the drop zone come the end of today. Everton currently sit in 13th spot in the table on 14 points, and a win today could see them into the top 10, even leapfrogging their city rivals Liverpool into 9th position. So keep getting your thoughts in the comments as they have just shown both lineups and the players have taken to the field. They're having a quick Remembrance Day ceremony before the match. Nick's saying if we win big, the jump in the table, but for now we just need to climb so we're nowhere near the relegation zone when the World Cup is on. Absolutely. We're seeing just how volatile this Premier League table is so far. Just in the fact that, again, we could find ourselves in mid-table provided that we can win by 2. We did find ourselves bottom of the Premier League table halfway through the previous round of matches when Forest were beating Brentford and when Wolves were up against Brighton as well. Neither of those results did end up going their way, which is good for us. We still find ourselves in the same position we were in before, but it shows just how little there is to divide a lot of the pack here in the Premier League. And it goes to show that we are neither safe from relegation nor really out of the chase for, say, the European Conference League either. There's still a lot to play for in this season, and I think this match is going to be a good indicator of whether or not we've turned a corner as yet. Nick's saying, lucky if we get anything from this game. It will be pretty difficult here for us, but I am feeling quite confident. After the performance that we put in against Manchester City, we showed the fact that we can line up defensively and hold our own, which is something that we really had not been able to do for a long time. Those matches against Brighton and Tottenham really served to show us that. But we've turned that corner in that way. Knocking on wood as I say that, because it still remains to be seen if we can keep that form going. But if we can hold that, I think we can not only win, but keep a clean sheet here against an Everton team that has been fairly inconsistent so far this season. Strub saying maybe could have put Daka right wing and Vardy up front and capitalize on his pace. The thing is with that, I think putting Daka up front shows a desire to not really play those through balls as much as he really wants to drive through those lines, because that's where Daka does well. Daka is a very proficient dribbler, and he can get round 1, 2, 3 defenders through a center midfielder and even a couple center backs on their way through those lines versus a Vardy who more relies on that pace. And again, we do still have the opportunity to shuffle players, change formation during the game. It's not something that Brendan Rodgers does very often, but it's still definitely going to be a possibility. So I'm saying Cody has proved Bueno wrong. He's managed to play very well in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, and he's doing very well. Well, that's the thing. We need to keep in mind the fact that there are still some good names in this Everton team, and they're another one of those sides, much like Leicester, that found themselves struggling early in this season, despite a real raft of talent in their squad. So by no means will this be an easy match, but again, for some reason, I'm just feeling confident. We're in the drop zone, but I don't have the black on today. We're going with the blue shirts because I'm feeling pretty good. And John saying, should I get Walker from City for my fantasy league team since he will come back? I don't do fantasy personally. It's just way too much for me to keep track of. But get that discussion going in the comments as well. Let's also get some score predictions going, as kickoff will be coming quite soon. Personally, I'm feeling a 2-0 Leicester City win. I think we can grab something midway through the first half and then capitalize on Everton becoming desperate late in the game. I've been feeling good about our defensive formation, and as a result, I'm feeling positive today. Nick's saying he's being stubborn again. Soyuncu proved himself the other day, so should be starting instead of Amarte. KDH is looking tired, so needs a rest. Vardy's done nothing wrong, so should start. I hear you on KDH, and that's really the only one that I don't disagree with you on this one. Because I would say, for one, we've heard that Soyuncu was injured in training. So he's not out of the squad on form. He's out of the squad due to physicality. As for Vardy, my stance on him is that we've seen that he still has it. but I'm not quite sure that he has it for a full 90 minutes at 100%. And when we're playing against a team that we need to be giving them 100% through the entire 90 minutes, I'd rather keep Vardy for that later stage, should we either find ourselves needing a goal or just wanting to control the match late on. We have just kicked off, so let me get a score banner up, and then I'm going to get those last few comments up on screen. All right, so it's not full time. Let's get that off the banner. As Leicester City on the attack quickly, and James Maddison tips the ball through the penalty area, and Patson Daka just can't quite get his foot to the ball there. But within even the first 30 seconds of the match, Leicester City with a quality chance there. Maddison doing well, gets across. KDH plays the ball in, and Maddison just tips it, looking to get that to Daka, but he's just too far back to collect on that ball. And Fee coming in with a 3-0 prediction. I would love to see that today. Let me just quickly get the lineups up on screen beside my broadcast for me so that I can comment on who's who for Everton. As Everton now in on the attack, I believe it's with Iwobi at the moment, but we forced them to go all the way back to the center circle. For those of you at home, if you want to get synced up with me, my clock is currently at 109, 110, 111. Again, confident in defense we're seeing from Leicester City right now as they're fine just passing the ball around. There's a high press coming in from Everton, but we're not seeing any panicked passes. We're still seeing control there. And now Leicester City switch up the lines. They come up on the left wing right now. It's with Justin. He lays it off. Dewsbury Hall now. Shove in the back of Justin, and the ball will go out for a throw-in. Sorry, shove in the back of Dewsbury Hall. Ball already back with the Leicester City defenders, and they will play it all the way back to Danny Ward. It's patient from Leicester City so far. Everton, not so much. Again, that high line that we saw from them as well. And that early chance that we got from Leicester City shows that there's still some possibility going on here. Tielemans with a poor pass there, looking for Castagna, and that will go out for a throw into Everton right by the halfway line. Throw-in is taken backwards, and ball currently with Coleman. Maddison now in possession right in the midfield, but he's got no passing angles at the moment. 4 or 5 Everton players on him alone. He finds Castagna, who's forced to play it back to Tielemans. Tielemans playing very far right at the moment, despite the fact that Maddison is the one labeled on that position. But it looks as though Tielemans might be more falling back, kind of to become a bit of a backup for Soumare. And that gives Maddison the chance to cut inside a little bit more. More reliance on Castagna on that right wing than on Maddison, from what I'm seeing in these early minutes. Vote fast in the midfield, finds Maddison up near the center circle, plays it over, and finds Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall finds Daka, who shoots early, and it's a fine save from Jordan Pickford there. I think Daka may have had the opportunity to take one more touch there, but it's a well-played passing. It's well-played passing there from Leicester City, and honestly, very lazy defending from Everton there. They give Daka lots of respect and lots of space there. James Tarkowski especially there. Daka doesn't quite get the connection he would have liked, and it leaves it just close enough to Pickford for him to be able to dive in, deflect the ball, and then collect. Nick with a lengthy comment here. Vardy's always being played as a lone striker, not being played with any support. Against Man City, he had no service, but now seems to have been judged by that. Maybe play him with 2 up front. We'd be having a different discussion. I think a lot of Leicester City supporters have been calling out for that 2 up front. A service to that sole striker has definitely been something that's been a big topic of discussion for a lot of Leicester City supporters. I think it's why we've seen so many goals from Maddison and Barnes as well, that just the ball doesn't make it, be it Vardy, Daka, or Nacho playing alone up front. But at the same time, I think what that 1 up front gives us is somebody who sort of pulls defenders apart and leaves room for those Maddisons, those Tielemans, those playmakers in midfield to then get chances from distance. Leicester City have a lot of goals from outside the box, and I think that sole striker is a contributing factor to that. Some calm passing around midfield at the moment. Madison now on the ball. He's trying to find a way past McNeil, but he won't find it there, and he plays it back to Tielemans, who will go all the way back to Ward. Almost 5 minutes played now, 4 minutes, 56, 57, 58, if you'd like to get synced up at home. Soumaré gets tackled. Calvert-Lewin now on the ball. He lays it off. Shot is taken, and it goes just wide from Iwobi there. But some shaky defending there from Leicester City. We're just seeing it again here. Amarte plays the ball to Soumaré, who just doesn't see that he's getting chased down there, and he gets tackled. But Amarte does well to shield Calvert-Lewin. Doesn't give him the shooting angle, but Iwobi gets a gilt-edged chance to the right-hand side of the net. He drags his shot across net and does not miss by much there. Maybe you could have called out Danny Ward for not trying to dive across the path of the ball there, but either way, we get away with it, and the match remains 0-0. A quality chance at both ends of the pitch there. Free kick to Leicester City following that in near the center circle. Sue tuning in from Poland. Good to see you. I know we got a lot of supporters coming in from all different parts of the world. So I myself, if my accent doesn't tell you, I'm from Canada, but I know we got folks coming in from California. Michael, who normally co-hosts with me, he normally comes in from the Seattle area. Seamus Coleman shields the ball right now in that corner, but he's getting all over him is Harvey Barnes, but Everton will clear their lines. Wout Faes does well to find Soumaré. He gets past one, finds Madison, but Madison gets tackled. Ball goes back to Soumaré. He leaves it for Tielemans, but we're forced to go back to Amarte. Faes plays it up the wing. It's with Justin. Justin finds Dewsbury Hall, who gets tackled. Everton regain possession. Ball played back to the center backs. That's Cody who clears it all the way up to midfield, but Faes wins that header. Again, I think it's a big reason why he's quickly becoming a cult favorite is the way that he can win headers. Ball played across the penalty area there, but it doesn't set up well for Madison to take the shot. He leaves it, and that ball will be run out of play by Onana for a Leicester City throw-in that we take quickly. Madison now finds himself outside the penalty area. Deeks loses his man somewhat, lays it off for Daka. Daka lays it for Castagna, who plays it across the penalty area. And that really seems to be the way that we want to play things right now. We're playing it right the way down near the touchline on the back, and then we play it low across the penalty area, hoping that someone can find a touch there. I think that's maybe the second or third time we've already seen that from Leicester City coming up to the 8th minute here. And Nick's saying that's why I don't rate Soumaré Mendy all day long. It's fair. I think one of the big things we've seen from Soumaré that would give us a little less confidence in him is the fact that he doesn't quite have the ability to hold up play. Mendy has that a little bit as well, but I think he's developed that skill a little bit better than Soumaré so far. But at the same time, I think it's just the fact that he doesn't see that player coming forward, and surely nobody called it out for him because he just gets completely caught out on the ball. Either way, let's take that chance. We got away with it. And we've got to very quickly score here just to disrupt Everton here. Win probability being showed on my screen right now. Leicester City currently the favorites, but not by much. They're very comparable players, Mendy and Soumaré, I would say. I like both of them. I wouldn't say that either of them don't deserve their place in the team, but they both still have growth potential. They both still have the potential to grow if they really want to be part of a team that's going to be challenging for Europe. Onana coming forward now. He's forced to turn around and play it to Mikolenko, who will go back to the center backs in Tarkovsky and Cody. Leicester City pressing now, but they play it up through our line, and it's with Iwobi now. Oh, and he passes it very well to find Calvert-Lewin, but very good goalkeeping there by Danny Ward. He comes out. Calvert-Lewin's first touch is a little heavy there, and it leaves enough time for Danny Ward to come out there. I think we saw that in the Brentford versus Nottingham Forest game. Dean Henderson gets caught out in a very similar way, and he doesn't choose to come out as aggressively, and he gets caught in no man's land, which gives Brentford the opportunity to score. In this case, Danny Ward makes no such mistake. He charges out and collects that ball before Calvert-Lewin gets the chance for a second touch. With that, we're now just passing it around at the back, and Wout Faes has the ball with a lot of space. And I don't think we're going to be antsy to play that ball forward until we see an opening or until somebody comes forward. And that's what Iwobi is doing right now. and we play it over towards the other side, towards Tielemans. He finds Castagna, but he gets tackled by Mykolenko, and now Everton look to break. Calvert-Lewin, good tackle by Soumare there, and now Leicester City have the ball. Maddison plays a lofted ball towards Daka. He gets there. Pickford is forced to come out. Oh, and he does well to force Daka into a heavy touch, and that will go out for a goal kick for Everton, but risky stuff there from Pickford. A pixel-perfect pass there by James Maddison, and Daka is forced to control it on his thigh, though, and a charging Pickford will force the goal kick. However, we get the ball again, and it's Dewsbury Hall. His pass is intercepted, though, and won't quite find Daka, and Everton will clear their lines as far as McNeil. Ball coming forward now with Onana. He's got Tielemans to mark him. He cuts inside. Finds Iwobi, who goes back to Onana. Ball now with Gray. Finds his way around the back of Justin to find McNeil. Cross comes in. Cleared by Dan Amarte. It's a difficult play there because the thing is that the altitude with which that ball was played, Daka really had no choice but to control it with his leg, with his upper leg there. Maybe some of the blame on that could be placed upon James Maddison, but I think he played that pass really well. I think it was a good defensive formation from Everton to force the pass to be played in such a way that Daka had to control it that way. Mykolenko coming in right now on the left wing. Everton had a couple crosses there while I was discussing that comment, but both were cleared by Dan Amarte. Everton forced to go all the way back to Tarkowski, but now they come forward through Gay, who then finds Iwobi out onto the wing towards Gray. Cuts inside. He's got Barnes covering him, and he takes a shot, and he's not going to find anything with that, and that's out for a goal kick. Leicester City holding their shape, but that leaves spaces for Everton to pass through, and that's what we saw there. But what we then did well is that once it began to look like a shooting opportunity, that's when the players really close in. And they didn't give Damari Gray a shooting opportunity there. And that's I think he really should have looked for a pass instead of shooting there, but he had his heart set on that, and he just really missed there. A poor pass from Everton is intercepted by Tielemans, but there's not really a break opportunity for Leicester, and we'll just hold possession. Nick, I'm going to quickly run us through the starting lineup for Leicester at the next break of play to get you caught up. Dan Amarte plays the ball to Castagna right now on that left wing, but again, he's got no passing opportunities, and we go right back to the center backs. Fast with a lofted ball, looking for Barnes there, but it's intercepted, and that's out for a throw-in. So very quickly to run through the Leicester City lineup. Danny Ward in goal. Justin Fass, Amarte, Castagna in the back four, Soumare, CDM, midfield four, Barnes, Dewsbury Hall, Tielemans, Maddison, and up front, Patson, Daka. 4-1-4-1 formation up against what Google is telling me is a 4-3-3 for Everton. Looks more like a 4-2-3-1, though, in practice. Amarte with the ball. Quick 1-2 with Maddison, and again, we're playing very calmly, looking for an opening there. And we might have it with Barnes now. A lofted ball, switches play up. Barnes finds Dewsbury Hall, goes back to try to find Barnes, and again, his pass is intercepted. Maybe that's a confidence thing with Dewsbury Hall, but he's already had a couple passes intercepted there. I think that's maybe his third or fourth at this point. Curtis, what are you saying here? Not only in this game, but in many different games, his last touch hasn't been great, and with a better touch and control. That's fair. That's fair. And I think with the fact that we do rely on those lofted passes to find players in space, and Daka has a little bit of space in here right now. He lays it off for Maddison, takes the shot, and it's just wide of the goal. I think Pickford would have had that covered had it been on target, but that is narrow. Lovely pass from Amarte, although it gets intercepted by Mykolenko. The rebound is collected by Daka, who lays it off for Maddison. Daka a little annoyed that Maddison doesn't play it back to him, but I don't think he really would have seen the opening there. And yeah, he plays it maybe a foot to the left of the net. Again, I think the diving Pickford would have had that covered, but another gilt-edged chance for the Foxes. But no, I can agree with you on that I think, again, what Daka does well is when he already has the ball at his feet. But you might be right that when it comes to his first touch, receiving passes like that, that might be a bit of a letdown for him. Everton have someone on the ground receiving attention right now. I don't recognize his face, so I'll have to wait until I can see the back of his shirt to let you know who that is. But that does give Leicester City a chance to also regroup, get a drink, and get a bit of a tactical update. With that, I'll grab a drink as well. Play's been positive for Leicester City so far, though. While we have given away one or two worrisome chances for Everton, I would say that at the same time, we have created the better chances. Looks as though it might be a little bit of tightness in the leg. Just seeing a little bit of the number on the back there. That's number 27, which would be Idrissa Gueye. He's getting treatment on his upper leg, so it looks as though it might just be a bit of tightness there, but it is going to be a bit of a lengthy break in play. He's back on his feet, but will be forced to leave the field of play due to the fact that he has received treatment. Play will resume with a goal kick following the Maddison chance. "16 minutes, 5, 6, 7 have been played as Pickford prepares to take the goal kick. Goal kick is taken, and will find Calvert-Lewin in the midfield. Fast does well to intercept Calvert-Lewin's header and blasts that ball up into the air. McNeil will win it ahead of Castagna, but Castagna will tip that ball out of play for an Everton throw-in in their attacking third. Gueye will lay it off for Tarkowski. Plays across to Cody, and play calms down a little bit more. No, and this is where I'm agreeing with you, Curtis. If we're lofting balls over or playing that direct pass, he needs that good touch. Absolutely. And I think, again, that might be a little bit more into sort of the difference between Daka and Vardy's play, whereas Vardy would want that ball in front of him. Daka wants that ball to him where he can then control it through. But yeah, again, that first touch, definitely something that he can work on. A little bit of tussling in the midfield here, but Everton maintain possession, and they're just playing it back and forth between their midfielders and their defensive center backs. But Cody with a lofted ball trying to find Calvert-Lewin, but he only finds Wout Faes. Dewsbury Hall plays a through ball. He's trying to find Barnes. He does find Barnes, but it's well taken by Cody there. Whistle is blown. Not sure for what. It will be a free kick to Everton as Cody was knocked down by Barnes. Ball with Tarkowski, plays it across towards Cody. It's interesting the way that this game has been going, that it's very calm for 3-4 minute stretches and then absolutely picks up for maybe 30 seconds. Yeah, absolutely. So, Simon, with it, all we need is to not lose to be out of the bottom three by the end of the day. But again, a win for us by 2 goals or more could see us as high as 13th by the end of today. Curtis saying it's like Nacho, though. Perfect touch, but dead finishes. If we could find a way to combine those two players into one, get Daka's finishing and Nacho's touch, oh, man, we'd have an Erling Haaland on our hands. Tarkowski plays the ball upfield, and they go all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Tarkowski, McNeil. Gueye will not be able to make his pass out to the wing, and Maddison with some excellent control there. But a quick tackle amongst the Leicester City players, sees the ball go forward again, and it's with Mikolenko. He does keep the ball in play, but it's intercepted by Leicester City, and then we clear our lines. Tarkowski on the ball now. Onana. Sorry, Iwobi. Plays it out on the wing, and they go back to the center backs. And Leicester City playing a high front line here, almost a front three. Barnes, Madison, Daka there. Sorry, Barnes, Dewsbury, Hall, Daka there. Wayward pass collected by Jordan Pickford, and he will blast that all the way upfield. He's looking for Calvert-Lewin, but only finds Danny Ward. Yes, sorry, Simon, you are right. 14th is where we can climb to with a win, not 13th. Leicester City coming forward now. Oh, Barnes with a nice touch, or it may have been Madison. Madison with a nice touch to stop the ball, but he loses his footing in the penalty area and slips. And with that, Everton regain possession, but then promptly put it right out of play for a Leicester City throw in the attacking area. We're getting those passes right, but it's just those last touches that are failing us at the moment. And that seems to be a bit of a recurring theme for us, and it's why we can win games with very few shots, because we still make those chances. We just need the opportunity to actually take them. Fast plays the ball to Amarte. We go all the way across the back line to Tielemans. And now Madison gets past McNeil, lays it off for Dewsbury Hall. He finds Barnes with acres of space, and he does his best Amari Gray impression there, skying that ball. Commentators saying that may have taken a bobble in front of him. Looks as though he also just leans back a little bit more than he needs to for that shot, and it's just high and well wide of the net. Goal kick. 4 shots to 2 so far in favor of Leicester City, so despite the scoreline, we have made more chances. Going to take a quick look at the rest of the stats here. 1 shot on target to 0 so far for Everton. And Leicester City just eking out a little bit more possession, 54-46. Again, play very calm here as Everton take their time with their throw in here and play the ball forward. It's with Calvert-Lewin. He lays it off for Iwobi, who takes a long touch, but does so to get past Amarte. He'll play it off Amarte and out for a corner kick. First corner of the game for either team. Amarte doesn't do too well to stop that ball, as now the corner is played in. Big header, bigger save by Danny Ward, who gets across there and parries that ball wide of his far post. Is that Mikolenko or Coleman who gets to that ball? Can't quite see who it was that won that header. It was Tarkovsky, actually, one of the big men in that penalty area. Wins the header, but a great save by Danny Ward keeps Leicester City in the game. Damari Gray to take the second corner here for Everton. They take it long in swinging, parried away by Danny Ward. And a free kick is given because Danny Ward wasn't able to hold on to that ball due to a challenge on him. So we survived there. A great save by Danny Ward. 23 minutes, 33, 34, 35 as Leicester City prepare to take the goal or the free kick. Might as well be a goal kick at this point. Please let me know as well, for those of you who tune into multiple watch-alongs, if my audio is okay. I'm trying out a new microphone that I'm hoping should be giving a little bit better audio quality for you. Danny Ward taking his time to take the free kick. He wants us in formation before he takes. And the free kick is taken, and he's playing it very long, but it's intercepted by Everton. Nice chipped pass, finds Daka. He tries to lay it off for Dewsbury Hall, but he won't find him, and Everton will go all the way back to Pickford. Pickford hoofs that ball clear. He's looking for Calvert-Lewin, only finds Wout Faes. Poor passing by Everton there is intercepted by Tielemans. And now Leicester City have the chance to come forward again. Maddison lays it off for Soumare. Soumare charges forward. Puts it out onto the wing towards Barnes. Thank you, feet. But Barnes will play it back towards Amarte. Everton got back very quickly there in numbers, and we didn't really have a passing option. So now, again, we go back to those center backs and look to pull their shape apart just a little bit. Fast plays the ball upfield. Finds Soumare, who gets slide tackle from behind there, and that will be a free kick to Leicester City. Idrissa Gueye there with a bit of a poor challenge. I think it honestly may have been more of a loss of balance, if anything else, because he doesn't look frustrated at all, and no booking is given. Free kick is taken, played to Tielemans, who lofts that ball up. He's looking for Dewsbury Hall, but he just can't to get enough height to control that pass. Fast gets in behind Calvert-Lewin, wins the ball fairly, lays it off for Soumare. Soumare finds Maddison. Maddison tackled, and that's a free kick. Gueye with a second mistimed challenge there, and Maddison on the ground in some discomfort there. As though it may have been a bit of a kneecap to kneecap collision there. Seeing it here in slower motion. Yeah, it's kneecap to kneecap. Hopefully that won't be anything bad, but that's definitely going to sting when you hit the ground. Not within shooting range, but in place for a good cross here for Leicester City. Everton setting up a wide wall. It looks like it will still be Maddison to take. If Maddison manages to score from here, I will be stunned. It's not quite the distance where I would favor Maddison for, but Maddison may favor himself. He's done crazier things, and he scored crazier goals. Both Dewsbury Hall and Maddison over the ball. Lots of Leicester City players in the penalty area. Barnes runs in to get onside. Long cross comes in. Parried up by Pickford. Finds Fast, but he can't get a controlling header on that, and that is cleared by Everton. Soumare pushes over his man, and that's a free kick as Demarai Gray will lay on the ground. Richo, we got an Everton fan in the chat. Good to see you. We always welcome fans of both Leicester and the opposing teams. Thanks for tuning in on our channel. We may also have a little bit of time at halftime to get fans' views on, so I'd be happy to have you on camera as well if you want to offer a Toffee's perspective on the first half. Pickford with the ball now following the free kick, and he plays it out to Tarkowski. Everton playing with a lot of space in their defensive third here between Gueye, Tarkowski, I think that's Coleman, and Pickford. And again, as soon as they come into the midfield, Leicester City regain possession. Maddison now, when we look to break quickly, he comes over, tries to find Barnes, doesn't find him, but finds Dewsbury Hall, who takes his shot. It's blocked. Rebound collected by Barnes. He crosses it across goal. That will be headed up. Finds Castagna, though, who finds Maddison. He gets himself into a little bit of space. Moves past one, moves past two, shoots, and it's wide. He wants a corner kick. Great piece of dribbling there by Maddison to get into some space there. He loses probably 4 Everton players there. 1, 2, shoots in between 2 of them, and it goes wide of the net. He's appealing for a corner kick here. I'm not sure how it's going to be given yet. And Roy, thank you very, very much. Appreciate having all of you in the chat as well when I'm hosting solo. Always helpful to have you in the chat, kind of as my honorary co-host, someone that I can riff off of. It is a corner kick. We play it short to Castagna. He goes back to Maddison. Back to Castagna. He plays the ball low, and that's a poor pass there. And Richo, no problem if you can't view the game. Still happy to have you as part of our audience. It's still always good to have an Everton perspective nonetheless. Castagna plays the throw, and he looks for Daka on the break, but a quick shoulder barge by Tarkowski clears that for a Leicester City attacking throw. I'm not sure if it's just that I'm so used to seeing him in a Burnley shirt, but Tarkowski looks really different now that he started playing for Everton. I don't know if he's changed his hairstyle or what. Ball played out for another Leicester City throw-in that we take quickly. It's with Madison now. He's looking for a crossing opportunity. He finds Tielemans. And Tielemans will go all the way back to Wout Fast. As again, we look to just sort of try to pull Everton out of shape, but a poor pass from Tielemans is intercepted there. And that was very well shielded by Onana. He forces him into a foul, and that's a free kick for Everton that will give them a chance to calm things back down here. 57, 58, 59, and 30 minutes for those of you that want to sync up your TVs at home. It's going to be Tarkowski to take the free kick, and Everton playing quite a few players forward, pretty much everyone except for back three, consisting of Cody, Coleman, and Tarkowski. Good interception there by Sumare, and we now break forward. Dewsbury Hall finds Tielemans, finds Madison. Everton are back in numbers, though. Madison cuts, tries to find some space. He can't. Lays it off for Tielemans. Goes back to Madison. There's his space. Takes the shot with the outside of the boot. And it's deflected way up by Tarkowski, and it bounces once and then will be collected by Pickford. I feel like even if Daka had won that, it probably would have been called for goalkeeper interference against Daka. It's a nice shot with the outside of the boot by Madison, but it's right into the chest of Tarkowski. Poor pass from Pickford, intercepted by Barnes. He's making his own chance here, and I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but Madison is not happy with how it turned out, as it just rolls right into the arms of Pickford. Richard, let me know, because I feel like this is something that you've seen from Pickford a good few times. He wants to play that sort of sweeper-keeper, quick pass-playing goalkeeper, but he gets it wrong quite a few times, and it seems to be a bit of a weak spot. I don't know if that's something that maybe he's improved upon this season, but I feel like that's at least the narrative around Pickford. Dan Amarte, I think, thought that Danny Ward was behind him, but he wasn't. Thankfully, no Everton players there to capitalize on that, and Amarte will collect that ball again. Yeah, they're both Tarkowski and Cody, I think, were very shrewd signings for Everton this season. Good, solid defenders, no nonsense, physical players. Tarkowski especially, he built that kind of reputation when he played for Burnley. Cody as well, sort of a bit of a stalwart for Wolves when he played for them. Tielemans on the ball right now, but just a lot of passing around the midfield for both teams here. So the ball goes all the way back to Danny Ward. Lofted ball, looking for Barnes there. Poorly controlled by Coleman, but he does get the ball back to Pickford, who will clear that for a throw-in. Pickford's distribution kind of gives me shades of Kasper Schmeichel's. He plays that sort of... He wants to be ambitious with his passing, but what it ends up doing is just plays the ball either out of play or right to an opposition player way more often than it should. Tarkowski passes the ball back to Pickford. And Everton passing the ball around the back, but again, we're doing our best to close down those passing angles. Wout Fast makes himself big and wins that ball. I'm not quite sure who the Everton player was there, but he's hurt. But play continues. It was a fair challenge. Ball laid off for Dewsbury Hall. Plays a lofted cross. It's collected by Mikolenko. Poorly played, but then still cleared by Everton by the second man. Dewsbury Hall Tielemans wins the ball ahead of Calvert-Lewin, but Sumare then gets tackled. He's double teamed there, and Calvert-Lewin looks to break. He gets past Fast. He has Onana to assist him, but he makes his own space, takes the shot. It's blocked by Dan Amarte, but the rebound is collected by McNeil. Quick back and forth with Coleman. Sorry, not with Coleman, with Mikolenko, but he plays a lofted cross in, and that will be collected by Danny Ward. Oh, very happy birthday to Kasper Schmeichel. I didn't know that it was his birthday today. I should have. Club legend. Mike saying the Foxes need to be scoring with the chances they're getting. Yeah, we've been a little wasteful. Be it either Daka with his control. I think he has a little bit more of an out there, but Harvey Barnes really needed to capitalize on that. Kind of two chances wasted by Barnes there. One, a golden passing opportunity. Another one, a nice shooting opportunity. Neither of which were really capitalized there. And then our Everton fan, Richo, tuning in saying, Lampard taking us in the right direction, Pickford in good form going into the World Cup. Well, he's got a lot of competition as well, so I could see him really wanting to perform at his best. England, speaking as from a neutral perspective here, like England, I think are one of the best teams in the world just for how much depth they have in the goalkeeping position. Even if you're starting to get down into like your Sam Waterstones, your Dean Hendersons, you've got so many goalkeepers to choose from, like probably about 8 or 9 that realistically could be considered at least in contention to be a second or third choice goalkeeper. Hafiz, lovely to see you, and happy to say hi to all of you tuning in from Indonesia. And then Mike saying Everton will come out stronger in the second half. It's possible. I think both teams have room for improvement after this first half, but I don't think either team will really be upset with how this first half has gone. I might be throwing in more goalkeepers than is really fair. Like, Sam Waterstone is not going to be getting any sort of consideration for the World Cup, but I think he was in the debate when he was kind of playing for West Brom in the Premier League. Shocking is a little tough, but he's definitely been our weakest player on the pitch so far. He's definitely made more errors than any other player on the pitch, but he's also come in with some really good challenges in the midfield that then turned into attacks very quickly for us. Iwobi right now comes forward. Quick 1-2, but it's intercepted by Sumari. Danamarte dances around in the penalty area a little bit. Risky business, but we get away with it. Dewsbury Hall gets dispossessed by Gay, and it will be a throw into Everton there. Worrisome from Danamarte, but he gets away with it. Everton will play the ball all the way back to their center backs. Ball with Mikalenko. He plays it forward. Now with McNeil. He's up against Castagna and Madison, and we win the ball back. But Madison has his back turned to goal, and Danny Ward will clear that ball all the way as far as Pickford. And saying Samara's having a mare, no messing, he's got to come off at halftime. It's possible. That's one of the things that does feed well into Brendan Rodgers' kind of type of play, especially when we play the 4-1-4-1. That's a like-for-like change. We've got Papi Mendy on the bench. Could be an easy halftime change. I don't see him coming off before halftime, though, at the very least. 37, 12, 13, 14. So the minutes ticking away here. About 7 minutes left till halftime, plus any injury time. We did have a bit of a lengthy injury to Ghana Gay early in the first half, so I could see us getting maybe 3-4 minutes at a time. A poor pass from Tarkovsky there gives Leicester City a good chance to break, and it's now with Dewsbury Hall coming forward. Finds Madison. He cuts inside. Takes 2 touches, takes a shot, and it's a dribbler. It's been deflected, and that goes out for a corner kick. Dennis Pratt is on paternity leave. His wife just gave birth, so he's, I believe, going back to Belgium to be with her and his new child. I've seen renderings of it. I haven't seen footage of the new stadium yet. It looks great. I'll be intrigued to see what happens to Goodison Park, though, because that's one of the kind of up there with like Selhurst Park for those. I don't remember the name of the architect, but he designed so many of like the 1800s, early 1900s English stadiums. Brunel's the only name coming to mind. I know that it wasn't him. Corner kick taken by Madison, lofted into the penalty area, cleared by Everton only as far as Tielemans. He loves taking those shots from distance, but it's blocked. He then plays a lofted cross, finds Castagna, but he can't play that ball downwards, and it's up and over for a goal kick. During that break and play, I just want to quickly double check what this guy's name is. He designed so many, I feel like 50% of stadiums in early English football were designed by him. I thought Goodison was one of them. Archibald Leach, that's who I'm thinking of. And Goodison Park, another one of the examples of like a great Archibald Leach stadium. Mike saying Tarkovsky and Cody making it look like we won't score from a corner today. I think that's why we played a couple of our corners short. They've got those tall defenders, and we don't really have tall attackers to counteract that. We'd be relying on sort of having Vote Fast or Dan Amarte score from a corner, really. And yes, it was Archibald Leach. So I'm hoping at the very least that we won't see the ground dismantled. If there's the infrastructure room for it in Liverpool, maybe we could see Goodison adopted by the Everton women's team. I'm not sure if Everton's one of the teams that has their men's and women's team sharing a stadium. Leicester City, I know that our women's team, they share the King Power for some games, but they also play a lot of their games. I believe it's Seagrave. Basically, it looks like a very exciting stadium. A great resurrection of the Bradley Moore Docks. Would be a shame to see a lot of the heritage buildings of that go, though. So I hope a lot of the dock still gets preserved in the construction as the corner is played in. It's won by Everton. The header goes up and over the net from Onana there. But yeah, very exciting stadium. I hope they still keep the historic Bradley Moore Docks district and preserve as much of the history as they can from that. And I hope that they can preserve Goodison. It's basically my stance on the new stadium for them. Similarly, I hope you've gotten the chance to see some of the renderings for the expansion of the King Power, which looks really exciting. I got the chance to visit the KP a couple times. One match last season, one match this season. And I love it. I love the stadium, but that would be a great way to sort of modernize that side of the stadium, which definitely is starting to show its age. Patson Daka runs right the way through the defensive line. The shot is saved by Jordan Pickford, but some terrible miscommunication from the Everton backline there leaves themselves totally exposed. Goes off a deflection there, and nobody runs in to get that ahead of Daka. He takes the shot first time, and it's saved by Pickford. The second opportunity, Madison just can't get there ahead of. Timmy Castagna now on the ball. Cross comes in. Daka tussling with it. Tussling with Coleman. Coleman comes out on top, though. But yeah, Archibald Leach, I swear he designed stadiums like Fratton Park and I want to say like Deepdale and Doncaster. Keepmoat. Keepmoat is Doncaster. Deepdale is Preston. And yes, Evans failed his fitness evaluation before this match. I think there is still hope that it'll be available for I believe, do we have is it Newcastle next? Free kick to Everton in the midfield there. They take it quickly. McNeil lays it off. Mikolenko cross comes in. Diving header gets deflected a couple times. Ball still with Everton here. Second cross from Onana. Goes off Calvert-Lewin and out for a goal kick. Thank you, William. Yes, it is West Ham next. So I think we're hopeful that we'll have Evans available for West Ham. But no, he was not available for the for today's match. And Andrew, thank you for tuning in as well. Positive attacking there from Everton, but Leicester City do well to hold up just as much as we have to keep this game 0-0. 43 minutes played, corner kick to be taken. Is it a corner? It must be. If it will be, and Tarkovsky are standing shoulder to shoulder. Referee having some words with Brendan Rodgers and Frank Lampard at the moment. Yeah, there's some fireworks going off at the moment, and it looks as though one of the explosives has landed on the pitch. So there is a break in play for that. And saying Goodison will be demolished as part of the plan. I think another big thing for me on that is that the concept of a heritage building is very different here in Canada versus in the UK. I know that you have way more buildings from that time period than we do. So yeah, like seeing anything demolished from like the late 1800s, early 1900s is a much bigger deal in in Canada than it is in the UK. Play has resumed, and Timmy Castagna will play that ball back to Danny Ward. So the delay in play there, plus the injury to Gay early in the half, will surely see a decent chunk of injury time here as Tielemans wins the ball and plays it over towards Dewsbury Hall. And he plays it lofted, looking for Barnes. He will find Barnes down in the corner. He's up against Coleman. Gets past him, finds Daka. His shot's blocked. Madison finds Tielemans, shoots from distance. What a goal, Yuri Tielemans! Right on the stroke of halftime. And that's what he does. He takes the captain's armband and he only scores beauties. What a goal from Yuri Tielemans. And it's Everton 0, Leicester City 1. The moment that ball falls to Yuri Tielemans, you know that he's confident, he's fired up, and he wants to find a shot to take like that. And boy, does he take it. Chips it up with one touch, volleys it with another, curves up and over every player in the penalty area, and out of reach of Jordan Pickford. Oh, it may even go off the bar and in, just clipping it on its way down. Yes, it does. What a shot from Tielemans. Get that man a contract extension. Beautiful goal. Yeah, absolutely. Forget new signings. Whatever budget we've got, give it to Yuri Tielemans. Give it to him. Whatever he wants. Name a stand after him. Keep this man in a Leicester City shirt. Everton coming forward now. It's Mikolenko in space. Plays a cross goal, headed away, collected by Samaria ahead of Iwobi, and cleared for a throw-in. For all that talk that I had about how I thought there would be a lot of added time, there's only 2 minutes, and we're already played through 1 minute 45 of it. Ball with Coleman. All the way back to Pickford. Fee with the 99p super sticker every time we score. Thank you so much. We always appreciate it. But Everton now on the ball. Onana there had a gilt-edged chance. Amarte goes to ground with him and does well to block that shooting opportunity. And that's the thing. I'm hoping the fact that we've been giving him the armband as well, it might motivate him to stay with us. He's been doing very, very well for us. I'm hopeful. Rich was saying we will come back second half. Remains to be seen. And that will end this first half at Goodison Park. It is Everton 1, Leicester City 0. A beautiful goal again from Yuri Tielemans. He loves to score a goal like that. He did it against Wolves. He almost did it against Man City, and he's done it here against Everton to give us the advantage at the break. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. If any of you would like to join me and share your thoughts on that first half, feel free to click on that, and let's chat. I'm going to take a quick moment to look at the table there. So with that win, we get ourselves 2 points clear of the drop zone and up as high as 15th behind West Ham and Everton on goal difference. However, again, another goal for us in that second half would find us all the way as high as 13th, popping both Everton and West Ham. Taking a look at these stats, it is amusing to see the fact. So we would be level. If we scored one more, we would be level on goal difference with West Ham, but with over double the goals scored of West Ham United. Oh, sorry. Yes. So it is Leicester City 1, Everton 0. And yeah, what a goal by Yuri Tielemans there. Absolutely stunning. And it amazes me the way that he's able to produce these so consistently. So consistently. Sean glad to see that you've tuned in. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I will put you on screen. Sean, what a goal.
What a goal. Oh, my God.
And hey, you know what? Dewsbury Hall not having too bad a first half as well. I know you're a big fan of his. Now, with that said, there's been some good chances for both teams. Do you think we're going to hold on in the second half?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you think we're going to keep a clean sheet?
Yes.
Yeah. Danny Ward has been looking very confident, and he made a great save there against that corner kick. Good diving effort. And Dan Amarte also doing a good job of making himself big. Even when he's made some mistakes, he gets in between attackers and the goal and does what he has to do. So I like your confidence.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, can I get I didn't get the chance to get a score prediction from you before kickoff because I know we didn't have too much pre-game time. What's your score prediction?
6-0.
6-0. I love to hear that. So who do you think is going to score in the second half?
Oh, I don't think Ducker, but if I sub off to Jamie into Jamie Body, isn't touchable, and I didn't score at all. So I think change him to Body.
You think Vardy will score? Love it. All right, I'm going to let you go now, but can I get a good come on, Leicester, before I let you go?
Come on, Leicester. Come on.
Cheers, Sean, and I'll see you at full time. All right. So for those of you as well, if any of you in chat would like to join me, feel free to click on that link. We got a couple other comments coming in. Z, good to see you tuning in. Liam saying a great goal by Yuri and that we deserve our lead. Richo saying that we will not keep a clean sheet in the second half, and you're predicting a 2-1 Everton win from that second half. And Liam also saying Daka has been looking good. Yeah, I agree. It was that one first touch from him that kind of let him down. He had that good breaking opportunity. But again, even where he's not necessarily the one scoring the goals, he is the one pulling defenders out of position and making spaces for Yuri, Matters, Dewsbury Hall, Barnes to be able to take shots like that. Completely agree. I really hope we can keep Yuri Tielemans because it looked like when his head got turned that little bit that he wasn't looking as capable. It looked like he just really wanted to go, but now he's looking like a team player and he's looking like a real fox, and I really hope we can keep him. Michael, I'm seeing that you've joined.
Yo, wow, what a goal. What a goal from Yuri Tielemans. When the ball came out to the edge and he was waiting, I knew it was going in. I just ran a lap around Doyle's. I'm here at Doyle's Pub. That's why I'm not doing the watch along today. I'm here antagonizing Everton fans. I'm having a great time. It's, this late kickoff allows me to get halfway drunk for the match. So, yeah, I'm having a great time out here. Yo, what a goal. I think we could take these 3 points. What a great, we've been playing really good front to back. It's been a, back and forth game, but wow. The difference is our quality. Everton just doesn't have the quality that we do. We have the players, even though we're bottom of the league, we have the players. This makes it fun. I know that we're not fighting for top 4 and top 6, but you know what? These matches make it fun. Everyone's above us. And we could just, show like this. The way that I just cheered for all these Everton fans in here and screamed in their face. This makes it so much fun. I love it. I miss you guys though. I wish I was doing the watch along today.
It's all good, Michael. So what's the ratio like at the bar? Is it are there at least other Leicester fans with you?
No, I'm the only Leicester fan here, but it's a Liverpool bar, and it's cool. There's a Leicester flag that I brought back from Leicester hanging up there. It's really nice, but yeah. I just Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Leicester.
What's your score prediction for the second half?
Madison, come on, man. He's been so close a couple times. He has to get one. So I'm gonna say 2-0. Danny Ward's been playing really strong at the back in goal. He's not gonna give up one. Wout Fast and Dan and Marty are doing their job. You know, it's been kind of sketchy sometimes back there, but just keep the ball out of the goal. And I'm going to say 2-0. We're going to get a Matters goal coming up here.
Awesome. Well, keep antagonizing those fans, and I'll see you full time, Michael.
All right. Cheers, y'all.
All right. We got a couple more comments to get on. Z saying, please don't put Vestergaard on. That is one thing worth noting. Yannick Vestergaard, with the injury to Siyuncu, is on the bench. I don't see him. I don't think he's going to play in a Leicester City shirt again, pending injuries. I don't see him play after he refused the transfer to Fulham. I don't see him playing for us anymore. Liam saying heavy touch, but he chased it in hope of a Pickford foul in the box. Yeah, that's fair. And again, like that was Patson Daka, and that's where we've been seeing him do well. So again, like I could see Patson Daka being the one that's going to like chase that opportunity and get that goal. And yeah, Danny Ward has been doing very well. And it's something that has really been impressing me from him through basically like the last 4 or 5 games. He looked so woeful early in the season. And I remember saying things like that he was the nicest guy, but that he can't be Leicester City goalkeeper anymore. And he has turned that around so much. I love to see the fact that he's getting his confidence back, that he's really starting to look like that successor to Kasper Schmeichel again. Nick saying, good first half. Samari, the weakest link, and Daka has probably touched the ball once. Bring Mendy and Vardy on. Well, that was going to be the next thing that I was going to put to you all in the audience is who would you have in the second half? What changes would you make, if any? To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure that I would make any changes at halftime. I hear what you're saying with Sumare, but I think he has still been solid enough to get at least 10, 15 minutes in this second half. And I would start making changes at the Brendan Rodgers hour, like that 55th, 60th minute mark. And yeah, I think that maybe a little bit of it is that like Danny Ward wants to play at that World Cup. He's fighting up against Hennessy, who can't even get game time for Nottingham Forest. And we saw that when Ward was so off color that he wasn't like Hennessy was still being chosen first for Wales. Now is his chance to really stake that place and start taking that position for Wales. And yeah, Liam saying no changes for me. Danny saying, let's hope we sit back on a 1-goal lead second half. And Mike saying, Everton know as well as anyone that the Foxes are prone to dropping points from winning positions. They need to stay strong, and hopefully Brendan's substitutions won't mess things up. I think, again, though, I will say that like dropping those points from winning positions, that was something that really changed partway through this season. Like, we did well after taking the lead against Leeds. We did well after taking the lead against Wolves. And I think that we could do well after taking the lead here against Everton. Again, there's precedent both ways here, but I'm feeling positive and I'm feeling confident that we can hold on and take this. Joe saying 70th minute, if we are 1-1, get Vards and that I can definitely agree with. Jamie Vardy will always love to get a good goal like that. He just loves a goal. I'm not even going to say loves a goal against Everton. He just loves a goal. So with that said, let's also pull up the lineups here, and we can take a quick look at who both teams have available on the bench. I'm going to take that banner down for a quick second. So I know a lot of us have been saying, so we got Vardy as a big positive option. We've got Mendy as well. But I think another change that I might say here, just because of some of the passing that I've been seeing from Dewsbury Hall this match, I think we could take him off and bring on either a Mark Albrighton or an Iose Perez. Play them on the right wing and give Madison that center midfield role that he really wants. Let him sit back in behind Daka in that position that we've got Dewsbury Hall in right now, and let him take those Tielemans type shots from outside the penalty area. And I think that's really going to get us a second goal here. And yeah, it will be really, maybe part of it can come down to the pressure there. Like, I don't think he was necessarily as in alone as you would have thought. And he really would have wanted to play that wide so that he can get that, so that he can get it around Danny Ward. But you do have to take those opportunities when they come to you. And that was a gilt-edged chance for Everton early on in that match. And I think it's another reason why we can't take this for granted. Like, I'm confident, I'm optimistic, but we cannot take it for granted. Absolutely. And then Liam saying, I think Vardy has shared his Red Bulls with the boys. Legendary screenshot that you can take from the Wolves game there. Slam a Red Bull, score a goal. It's the Jamie Vardy way. And then as for Everton, the changes that they can make in the second half, again, I'm not too in depth on the Everton team as I am for the Leicester players, obviously. Maybe Gordon, Mopai, obviously a good striking opportunity, but I don't think Calvert-Lewin has been poor for Everton so far in this match. So I'm not quite sure who would be like an ideal halftime change if you were Frank Lampard for this second half. Michael, I'd welcome you to, or Richo, I'd welcome you to let me know, like, if you were Frank Lampard, what changes you would make from an Everton perspective. Looks like the teams will be taking back to the pitch fairly soon. But keep those comments coming in. Keep anything that you'd like me to sort of like touch on. Keep those comments coming in. They're just showing the win probability from this first half. And it was beginning. Leicester City still had an edge through basically the whole first half in terms of win probability. But with that goal, our chances have spiked up to probably around like 65-70% chance of winning this game. And that's what you love to see. And it looks like we are about to kick off the second half. Players will be coming out onto the pitch. I'm just doing my best to get my stream back synced up. There we go. Players are back in the tunnel. At the very least, looks like Everton's midfield and striking options are remaining the same. Calvert-Lewin and Iwobi are both still in the tunnel coming out with the team. Mikolenko coming back on. I think is that Gordon? I think there might be a change for Everton here. Is that Gordon or is that Coleman? Garner. Looks like there might be a change coming on for Everton here. James Garner is out in kit on the pitch as Leicester City are now coming back out. Not seeing any new faces for the Foxes. So it looks like just one change, and it will be James Garner to come on. Don't know yet for who. Board has gone up, and it will be for Idrissa Gueye. So there is a chance that leg tightness that he had early in that first half may be catching up with him. But Garner is now on in central midfield for Everton. Players are out on the pitch, and we are just about to kick off this second half. Liam saying Gordon is a good player. Surprised he didn't start for them. Yeah, I think he is more of like a bit of a rotation player at this point. But I do rate him personally. Garner getting his first touch on the ball now as the second half has kicked off. So let me get that HT off of that banner. Everton coming at us early here. Mikolenko tries to play a cross in, and it will go out for a corner kick. Madison not happy with that call. Onana and Mikolenko there. I don't think Madison has much of a case there that that's not a corner. They both kind of make contact at the same time, and given the angle that ball goes off, there's no way that referee isn't going to think that went off Madison. Corner kick played in, parried by Ward. Crossed back in by Iwobi, parried out again by Ward. Off of Madison, off of Daka. Appeals for a handball against Tielemans. I think that hit his shoulder more than anything else. Now Barnes and Daka look to break. Ball with Barnes. He's up against Mikolenko. He plays across. He's looking for Dewsbury Hall. Iwobi intercepts. Dewsbury Hall now. Justin. Back to Dewsbury Hall. Back to Justin. There's only 2 players in the penalty area, and Justin will try to find them, and his cross goes out for a goal kick. The Everton players yelling, trying to appeal for this handball. No, it hits him right there. Right on the ribs. I can see why the Everton players would think that that went off his hand, especially how quickly that was being played, but no. That's off the chest. Goal kick taken. And the Leicester City supporters making themselves heard here at Goodison as the goal kick is taken. Dewsbury Hall regains possession. He's up against Iwobi. Ball goes all the way back to Wout Faes. Amarte. Back to Faes. Nice and calm again. Gonna just wait and see if we can find another break like that. Amarte. Madison. Back to Amarte. Ward. Faes. Amarte. And we're starting to pull them out of shape. Everton have 6 players forward here. Faes, Justin, Dewsbury Hall, and we've played through those 2 lines. Into the Everton half now. Dewsbury Hall gets a little too cutesy with it, and Gray regains possession for Everton. And now Everton come forward. Iwobi on the ball now. He finds Calvert-Lewin in acres of space. What a save with the legs by Danny Ward. Calvert-Lewin has no excuse not to score there. He was in alone. He plays it low. Danny Ward does a great job of charging and making himself big and makes that save. Great work by Danny Ward. Everton try to come forward again, but the cross is cleared by Castagna. Ball by Onana now. Goes off McNeil and out for a throw-in. Yeah, it's Dewsbury Hall gets dispossessed, and very quickly Everton make us pay. Quick back and forth between Iwobi and Gray, and then Iwobi plays a perfectly timed pass to find Calvert-Lewin, and it's a great, great save by Danny Ward. Everton coming forward again. Danny Ward gets there ahead of Calvert-Lewin. Our defense is getting shaky here. We got to start getting a foothold in this again. And that's exactly what Danny Ward is saying to his center backs. Wout Faes plays it to Justin. Dewsbury Hall, Sumare, Faes all passing the ball around. Ball goes back to Ward. Lofted pass. Intercepted, but then recollected by Leicester, and now we look to come forward. Ball with Sumare. He finds Madison. Breaks from Gray. Passes to Daka. Lays it for Madison. His shot is blocked, and that will go all the way back to the halfway line. You can tell how much power Madison put on that. Wout Faes out onto the wing to Amarte. Plays it forward. What a pass. Finds Patson Daka. That was not good. Jordan Pickford charges very well in Daka's defense. He would have had to have played that high, but he puts well too much power on that and skies his chance. If you ask me, I think Daka should have taken a touch. You take one touch, you can get that past Pickford. He was already diving there. Goal kick is taken. Onana comes forward, tackled well by Sumare, but Everton maintain possession. Ball goes across and will be cleared by Faes for a throw-in. What kind of question is this? We are so much better now than we were at the start of the season. We're not out of the woods yet, but our form in the last 5 games is just night and day to where we were before. It's a great tackle there by Soumaré, but it's unfortunate that it then still falls to an Everton man. Looks like there's a break in play as Onana is still on the ground in some discomfort. They're showing the referee for some reason. I don't know if that's because there were appeals for a foul, but it's not a free kick. He gets the ball. Whistle is blown and play can now resume. Onana is back on his feet. Should be okay. Ball played forward. Will not find Gray. Headed out for a throw-in. Coleman to take. Cody. Tarkovsky. All the way back to Pickford, who's well out of his net right now. He hoofs that ball forward. He's looking for Calvert-Lewin. Doesn't find him. Soumaré heads it back. Risky business there. He heads it back to Danny Ward. Calvert-Lewin had a chance to intercept there, but does not make it there. And Danny Ward collects. Leicester City coming forward now. Dewsbury Hall plays it through ball. He's trying to find Daka, but Pickford will collect. Good defending there. I think that was by Connor Cody. He does well to shield and make sure that Daka will not be able to get there before Pickford. Castagna pokes the ball clear from McNeil, and that is out for a throw-in. Ball played back. Tarkovsky. Cody. Hoofed forward. Looking for McNeil. Doesn't find him. Castagna will head it away. Corner kick. I think Castagna was hoping that Ward might get there, but he doesn't get there in time. And it's going to be another corner kick to Everton. Everton have come out with a bit of fire in their belly here. I'm still reasonably confident. I'm knocking on wood as I say it. But Everton are hungry. Corner kick played in. And it's a foul on Danny Ward. The thing is, Ricardo is still a good player. And I'm hoping we'll start to see him better integrated into the team again. Yeah, Tarkovsky just absolutely bulldozes Danny Ward there, who's unable to catch the ball as a result. Free kick, Foxes. Danny Ward will take it just as a goal kick, essentially. Hoofs that ball upfield. Daka can't beat Cody for it. And it falls to Justin, who plays it to Feis, who goes back to Ward. Ball played forward to Tielemans now. Everton swarming us in the midfield here. If we can find a way through that trap press, then we'll have a gilt-edged opportunity. Amarte. Plays it to Castagna. Back to Amarte. McNeil pressing. Good job by Castagna there to maintain possession. A quick 1-2 with Tielemans, and we're through that line. Oh, Castagna tries to play it to Madison, and that's poorly played. It's intercepted by Garner, who lays it off, but then it's well defended and collected by Tielemans. Madison is still on the ground. But we play a break. It's Harvey Barnes. His first touch is heavy, and a sliding Iwobi will put it out for a throw-in. Sorry, it was Castagna who's still on the ground. He's back on his feet now, but he gets absolutely railroaded there. Poor pass from Garner there in the penalty area. Leicester City on the ball now. Justin throws it into Dewsbury Hall. Plays it to Sumare. Tielemans now. Castagna. Madison. Dewsbury Hall. Justin. Madison. Oh, I think he should have passed it to Castagna there. Goes to Barnes instead. Plays it into the penalty area. It just takes a bobble and can't find Dewsbury Hall, though. They'll go all the way back to Pickford, who's forced to play it out for a throw-in. Pickford is not happy with his defense, but we waste the throw-in and throw it right to Damari Gray. It will be with the lofted pass. He's looking for Onana there, and that will be headed back to Danny Ward. Ben, I feel like we need to come up with some kind of Danny Ward song. He's earned one at this point. Showing the referee again here. It's a free kick to Everton. Damari Gray to take. It's right by the center circle, so it's a crossing opportunity here. Cross comes in. Only finds Dan Amarte, but his clearance is collected by Everton, and then it's hoofed away by Patson Daka. Gray tries again. Finds Onana, finds Iwobi. Well defended by Sumare. And now Leicester City look to come forward. It's Patson Daka. He's up against Mikolenko. What is Pickford doing that far out of the net? Mikolenko wins the ball, though, and the pressure is off for Everton for a little bit. Ball played back to Pickford. And hoofed out of play for a throw-in. What was Jordan Pickford doing there? He loves to play sweeper keeper like that, but that would have been terrible if Daka had won that. I'd have taken it, but Tielemans. Daka can't find Madison. Sumare intercepts. His header is intercepted, though. Damari Gray's header is intercepted, and it's now with Justin. Justin to Barnes. Barnes goes back to Sumare. Sumare goes back to Marte. Nice and calm again. Out onto the wing to Castagna. Madison feints, loses his man. Breaks into the penalty area, shoots, it's off the post! James Madison nearly doubles Leicester City's lead there. I didn't think that he had that in him to get into that near post, but he finds it, and it goes off that post and out for a goal kick. He's unfortunate not to find the net there. Whew! Now he's having a quick seminar. He's pulled in Wout Faes and Sumare, having a chat. Calvert-Lewin's on the ground, looks like with cramp. We're approaching the 60th minute now. This second half has gone by much faster than the first one. 59, 49, 50, 51 if you want to get synced up with me. Mopai is on for Calvert-Lewin. Everton making their second substitution of the day. And it looks like another change is coming as well. Doucouré is in full kit now. It looks like that. Is that Onana coming off? Yes. Onana for Doucouré and Mopai for Calvert-Lewin. A little surprising to me, unless there's more to that the pain in the leg for Calvert-Lewin than I thought, because Calvert-Lewin has definitely been Everton's biggest threat so far. Him and Iwobi. Goal kick is taken. Sumare and Doucouré tussling there. Ball goes out for an Everton throw. Coleman to take. Cody. Bit of a lazy pass to Tarkowski there, but he gets there ahead of Daka. Minkalenko lays it off for McNeil. Cross comes in. He's looking for Mopai. It's cleared by Fais. Header back in. Cleared by Justin. Cleared further on by Madison. Daka putting pressure on Tarkowski there, but he goes to Iwobi. Out onto the wing. Back to Iwobi. Lofted ball, trying to switch play up. Out to Gray. Gray lays it back to Coleman. Coleman finds Doucouré, who's well shielded by Wout Faes there. Excellent defending. Wins a free kick, too. Great defensive play there by Wout Faes. He has settled in so well. Danny Ward to take the goal kick here. Or sorry, the free kick. Thumps it upfield. Harvey Barnes won't get there, and that'll be headed out for a throw-in off of Connor Cody. Throw-in is taken and played off of Dewsbury Hall for an Everton throw. For some reason, our cameras are now showing Yannick Vestergaard on the bench. He's not playing today. Pickford clears. It's collected by Everton. They're coming forward now. It's McNeil, plays it into the penalty area. It goes off of Danamarte, and it's out. I'm not sure if that's a goal kick or a corner. Seeing the replay here. I think it's a corner as the shot was taken quickly and it goes out of play. No, it either goes out of play off of Wout Faes yes, it did go off of Wout Faes. It's a corner kick to Everton here. Corner kick played in. It's a lofted ball, punched clear by Danny Ward. Collected by Mikalenko. He goes out onto the wing to Iwobi. Back to Mikalenko. Cross comes in. Finds Doucouré. Barnes collects it and does well to hold possession. And now Leicester City look to break. It's just Barnes. It's still Barnes. It's only Barnes. He finds Dewsbury Hall with acres of space. He lays it back. He's trying to find Barnes. It's a poor pass. And it's cleared by Everton. Wout Faes gains possession. Leicester City coming forward again. It's Garner up against Madison. Garner comes out on top, clears the ball. Amarte will play it back, and Ward will collect. 65 minutes as of now, so far in this second half. Dan Amarte on the ball now. Tielemans. Madison. Sorry, Castagna. And looks like Daka was offside, so we won't even go after that ball, and it's out for a goal kick. 65 minutes. Everton are going to make 2 more substitutions here. Leicester City haven't made any yet. It feels like we need to because we're getting overplayed in that midfield area. Iwobi. Plays it out onto the wing. Seamus Coleman now. Plays it to Gray. Gray's up against Justin. Gets past Justin. Crosses it in. Collected by Danny Ward. Getting nervous. I'm fidgeting. We're giving Everton too much respect here, but Jamie Vardy is being given some tactical advice here. His bib is off. Maddison, lovely pass with the outside of the boot. Finds Barnes with a lot of space. He's up against Coleman. Comes into the penalty area. Plays it low. Doesn't find anybody, though, and it's cleared by Everton. Foot-Fas finds Soumare. Plays it back to Amarte. Back to Soumare. Back to Fais. All the way back to Danny Ward. Ooh, Danny Ward misplays it a little bit, but recovers well. Let's pretend that never happened. Leicester City come forward now. Castagna finds Tielemans. Back to Castagna. We go all the way back to Amarte. Soumare now. Lofted ball looking for Justin and finds him. Dewsbury Hall. Soumare, Dewsbury Hall, and then all the way back to Fais. We want that space, and we'll wait for it. We have the lead. We can. Fais. Justin. Soumare. Fais. Dewsbury Hall. Justin. Tielemans. Castagna. We're happy to wait on the ball right now because we just want to frustrate Everton. We want to force them into a mistake. Be it because they're annoyed or because they're desperate, we don't care. And we're just patiently holding the ball right now. This ball hasn't gone out of play for like 2 minutes now. Fais. Lofted ball. Finds Maddison. But Pickford will come out and collect. And Patson Daka just getting in his way a little bit. Looking to annoy him. He's got nowhere to play it to. Thumps it clear. Intercepted by Fas. Fas is clear. It's intercepted by Doucouré. Quick back and forth, and it's now with Iwobi. Plays it out onto the wing. I believe it's with Garner now. No, it's with McNeil. Up against Castagna. Cross is blocked. Goes back to McNeil. Second time cross comes in. Headed up. Dewsbury Hall does well to get to it ahead of Coleman and to clear it for a throw-in. I think with a good couple substitutions, we can keep this 1-0. Substitutions to be made now. Now that the ball has finally gone out of play. For both sides. Wilfred Ndidi is coming in. Seamus Coleman comes off for Everton. So Vardy and Ndidi come on. And yeah, that is for Soumare and Daka. So 2 like-for-like changes, but I think this will help us a little bit more with our control in the midfield. Vardy on 70th minute, 20 minutes. He can run for that time. I feel good. Those good breaks and the good ability to run back and track into midfield and frustrate those Everton players in the midfield. And then Wilfred Ndidi's Wilfred Ndidi. Big man in center defensive midfield. Give me that. As for Everton, it looks like... So Seamus Coleman, one of the 2 players who came off. Dwight McNeil, the other one to come off. In favor of Gordon and Patterson. And it will now be Patterson to take the throw deep in Leicester's defensive third. He tries to find Gordon, and he does. Gordon has to play it back to Cody, who goes to Garner. Jamie Vardy up there making a nuisance of himself, but the ball stays with Garner. Through ball looking for Iwobi, but Ndidi gets there first. Poor pass from Castagna, though, and Everton regain possession. Garner. Forced to play the ball back. Cody. Tarkowski. Garner. Patterson. Plays the ball back to Tarkowski. Again, Jamie Vardy up there. High pressing. Lofted ball. Gray won't get there. Possession regained by Everton, though, after the interception. Doucouré now in midfield. Pass won't find Gordon, and that's cheekily done by James Justin to find Barnes. And now Leicester City look to break. Barnes with a lofted ball finds Justin. He's up against Patterson. Runs in, lays off the ball a little bit, gives some time for more Leicester City players to come forward. Dewsbury Hall now finds Tielemans. Tielemans finds Madison. Madison to Castagna. Things have calmed down again. Madison and Castagna, a quick back and forth, and we go back to the defenders. All the way back to Danny Ward. Move fast now. Justin. Tackled by Gordon, but keeps the ball in Leicester City's hands. Danny Ward with the lofted ball now. He finds Madison, who is in an offside position, and that's a free kick to Everton. Trying to think if I would make another change right now. I haven't seen much from James Justin yet, so maybe, but I don't know who I'd bring on for him. Patterson's pass is intercepted, and now Leicester City come forward. It's Harvey Barnes who collects the pass from Dewsbury Hall. He's jogging. He gets past Garner, leaves him in the dust, cuts inside, gets past Cody, and it's a poor shot. He had an open pass there to Vardy, but he doesn't take it, and that rolls into the arms of Pickford. Doucouré now. Into the center midfield. Finds Garner. Patterson now. This is a tough question because the thing is, even when I was pushed to the Rodgers outside of the camp, and that was after the Brighton loss, I had never felt really adamant about it. Like, I got angry, and I definitely said things on streams. But I like Brendan Rodgers a lot. And if we continue to see him get results, pull us out of this, I would want to give him at the very least next season a transfer window with some money and a chance to get that rebuild that he wants. So JC, for Leicester City, it was Soumare and Daka off for Vardy and Ndidi. Everton have made all 5 of their substitutions. The 2 most recent ones were McNeil and Coleman for Patterson and Gordon. Gordon now on the ball. Cuts once, cuts twice, finds Doucouré. He didn't really have any players around him. He didn't need to cut. Plays it to Patterson now. And they try to play a quick 1-2, but Justin is wise to that and shields that ball that will go out for a goal kick to Danny Ward. 74 and a half minutes played, 36, 37, 38. As the second half has started to draw on a little bit more, as Everton has gotten better, and I grow a little more worried, but I still think that we can hold on to this. And again, a second goal would see us hop over both West Ham and Everton themselves to 14th spot in the Premier League. Goal kick is intercepted by Everton. Doucouré tussles with Ndidi. And now it's with Damari Gray. Good tackle from Tielemans there, and now Leicester City can come forward. Great pass from Tielemans, finds Madison. Madison finds Barnes. Oh, Vardy's got space. You got to get it to Vardy. He doesn't, though. He plays it to Madison, who's forced to go back to Justin. Justin to Barnes. You know what Barnes will want to do? No, he passes it to Dewsbury Hall. Cross comes over. Low header clear and thumped away by Gordon, but only as far as Ndidi. Ndidi finds Justin. Justin switches play up to Castagna, who finds Tielemans. Tielemans with the cross now. It's over Vardy's head. It's up by Patterson. Down to Dewsbury Hall. He controls it. He's tussling with Patterson. He gets clear from Patterson and a diving challenge from Gordon. Cross comes in from Justin. Oh, and it's just too high for Timmy Castagna. Tielemans can't keep that ball in play, and that is a throw-in to Everton. Some good progressive play there. Yes! It's my boy, Mark Albright. He's coming on. Who would that be for Harvey Barnes then? If I were Brendan and I'm bringing Mark Albrighton on, Dewsbury Hall's coming off. Tielemans and Madison shift to the left. Put Albrighton on that right wing. Got that old number 11, number 9 connection going again. That won us the Premier League. Get those crosses, get those runs. Voot fast on the ball now. To Ndidi to Ward. Amarte now. It might be Albrighton for Castagna. Ball hasn't gone out of play yet, so I'm not sure. James Justin hoofs that ball upfield. I don't know what he was looking for, but he's found a goal kick for Jordan Pickford. And they want to take it quickly, but they won't get to. Oh, and I think it's exactly what I said. Mark Albrighton for Kieran Dewsbury Hall. So surely that's got to be Madison and Tielemans moving into that center. And let me tell you, that's dangerous. You get someone with the passing ability of Mark Albrighton on that wing, and then you give Madison the freedom to play in behind Jamie Vardy like you know that he wants to. Oh, that's going to be tasty, I hope. I'm going to knock on wood anytime I say something that optimistic, though. And I got to say the save was great by Ward, but again, shocking attempt by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's fair, but at the same time, you got to save what they shoot at you. And if it's a poor shot, you still got to save it. I think as well, a lot of a save like that comes from the fact that you need to get into the head of the attacker as well. Make them feel less confident than that chance should make them feel. And I think Danny Ward did a good job of that. So yeah, Mark Albrighton is playing on that right wing up ahead of Timmy Castagna. He almost gets his first touch on the ball there, but it goes out for a throw-in. Ball now with Pickford. He hoofs that ball upfield. Headed onwards, but intercepted. Tielemans tries to make a pass, but that run just wasn't there. And Everton on the ball again. Lofted pass. He's looking for Gordon. Justin heads it upwards, but it will be collected by Patterson now. Patterson finds Doucouré, who's forced to turn around and go back. Ooh, that's cheeky play by Gordon, and he does well, but you're not getting past Voot fast. He slides in and gets that ball out for a throw-in. Come on. Throw-in is taken. It goes all the way back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski to Iwobi. Vardy's up there making a nuisance of himself, though. Patterson. Garner. Gordon. Poor pass. Intercepted. Tielemans now. Lays it off to Madison. Lofted ball. He's looking for Albrighton, but it's headed away back to Pickford. Pickford looking to start a quick counterattack here. He finds Iwobi. Iwobi forward. It's with Gray. Cross from Gray. Looking for Gordon. Finds Justin. Out for a corner. Leicester City players crowding into that penalty area. We don't want to give anything away now. It's going to be Garner to take. And clear it away. Doesn't beat the first man. That first man being Jamie Vardy, by the way. Garner to take the throw in. Ball tussled around in defense. Jamie Vardy chasing it down, but it will be collected by Cody. Iwobi passes back and forth to Tarkowski right now. Mopai looking to collect that, but Good 1-2 tandem there. Danny Ward comes out, collects that ball. Vote fast, gets in between player and ball, makes sure that Ward has the time to get there. We're all hoping for that. Hey, Danny Ward currently, I'm not sure if the latest results tussled that at all, but Danny Ward in the running. I think he was second at, before this match day in clean sheets. What a turnaround he's had so far this season. Iwobi plays the ball over. Doucouré. Patterson now. Long, deep cross that's into the stands. There's one thing that makes me wonder when we're talking about the confidence in defense and the way that we've turned this around is I love this guy, but a lot of this has happened in the absence of Johnny Evans. So when Johnny Evans is fit again, does he find a spot in that defense, or is he another one of those rotation players? I'm not sure, to be honest. Because I think on paper, I still rate him more than I rate Dan Amarte, but Dan Amarte has been doing well these last few games. He has well earned a spot in a starting 11. Oh, beautiful pass finds Jamie Vardy. He lays it off to Mark Albrighton. Crosses in, and it's blocked by Mykolenko, and that's a corner kick for Leicester City. Agree. I think basically the fact that Danny Ward didn't get a lot of games in preseason as well did not help him. And he was not ready to take the mantle from somebody who had like the standing of Kasper Schmeichel. But he's really done well to show himself as a rightful successor and a rightful number one for Leicester City over these last few games. %. I feel bad for the amount of abuse that he got as well, and it's understandable for how frustrated we were as the corner kick comes in. It's fast with the header, but it's a low and dribbling header that will be collected by Jordan Pickford. And, you know, it's the fact that, like, he had to delete his social media for all the abuse that he was getting online, but now he's one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League based on stats alone, especially on recent form. And I hope to see, for all the abuse that he got, albeit some of it rightfully from the fans, that we can now show him an equal amount of support now that he's doing well. Because he's definitely earned at least that much from us. Lofted ball that's looking for Iwobi, but it won't find him, and it's out for a Leicester City throw. Seven minutes left in regular time here as Jamie Vardy hoofs that ball upfield. Collected by Pickford. Pickford plays it to Cody. Craig Gordon, Patterson, Doucouré, Patterson. Very quick passing here from Everton. Patterson breaking in field. He's forced to turn around and play it back to Gordon, though. Gordon tries to switch play up. But that will only find Albrighton. But Albrighton's header is intercepted. Garner now. Gray. Mykolenko. Iwobi. Mopai. Garner now. Everton holding a lot of possession, but they haven't been able to break through our line yet. Iwobi finds Mopai, but he can't control it. It goes back as far as Iwobi again. Garner now finds Doucouré. Cody. Patterson. Nervous here. Cody with the cross in. Ball falls to Gray. It's well blocked by Ndidi, as well as the rebound there, which fell to Iwobi. Shot was taken, blocked by Ndidi. Justin now tussles with Patterson, clears that ball. Only as far as Cody, though. Doucouré's pass is intercepted, though, and Everton have a lot of players forward. Harvey Barnes can break. Gets past his man, lays it off for Madison. Madison breaks clear of Garner. Comes into the penalty area, lays it off, finds Barnes. Barnes turns, shoots, goal! And that will silence Everton here. He pulls his quiver, and that is what we needed there. A beautiful break. Everton overcommitted. They sent their players forward. And I gotta get that banner out of here because Harvey Barnes has made it Everton 0, Leicester City 2. That's a great goal for us for many reasons there, because not only does that pretty much seal the win for us, which I still say with a knock on wood, but that is the 2-0 win that we needed, that I believe now hops us over West Ham and Everton up to 14th in the Premier League. That will put us on a -2 goal difference. We will definitely hop Everton, and I believe goals scored is the next tiebreaker. So drawn on goal difference, we will pass West Ham as well. What a great, great goal there. You love to see it. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Harvey Barnes. He's one of our own. And that's another thing. When we get that confidence in defense, that ability to collect that ball again, and then that confidence to then make those passes, that's how we catch these teams out. And it all starts to come together again. And when it comes to finishing, we were never bad at scoring goals. Mark Albrighton collides with his man, but can't win that ball. And Everton look to come forward again. Fee, thank you again for the 99p super sticker, because that's another goal for the Foxes as we make it 2-0 as we come up to the 88th minute here. Ball with Patterson. Doucouré back to Patterson. Plays it all the way across to Tarkowski. Iwobi, they think that they can play our game here and try to pull us out of shape. Some dancing around there by Gray, but he can't get past his man. Cross comes in from Iwobi. It's headed up by Amarte. Tapped away by Ndidi and cleared by Barnes. I'm going to assume you're an Everton fan from the face bombs there. Damari Gray plays his cross. It goes off of Mark Albrighton, and that will be a corner kick to Leicester City as well. Little bit of check in here. And with that second goal, we do indeed hop both those teams, and we will take 13th in the Premier League. We're climbing back up there. We just got to hold this as the corner comes in. Goes back across the face of goal. It's bouncing around there. It's cleared by Wout Faes. Patterson heads it forward. Everton getting desperate here. Tarkowski plays it. Headed away. Further headed by Albrighton. Madison shoved in the back there. Free kick Leicester City, and we'll be in no rush to take that. Yeah, we're in no rush to take that. I'm surprised we're not making any substitutions right now, just to burn through a little more time as well, because this goal difference is going to matter. If we can keep this 2-0 lead, get up to 13th, then the momentum just keeps going. We take this to West Ham. Lofted ball. It was looking for Harvey Barnes. It won't find him, and it's collected by Garner all the way back at the Everton corner flag. They play the ball forward, but it's headed back upfield by Faes. Doucouré nods it on, but it's again intercepted by Faes. Barnes now shielded, gets tripped, free kick, Leicester City. That's the thing. Earlier today, we were in last. 7 places moved in one day. Yuri Tielemans leaves the field. He gives the armband to Mark Albrighton. Who's he going to come on for, though? Let me take another look at that bench. Papi Mendy gets to come on, so that means we're probably switching formation there, or we're going to move Wilf Ndidi into central midfield. But we got 2 CDMs on now. Big smile on the face of Yuri Tielemans. A big hug for Brendan Rodgers. High fives all around with the coaching team. He looks a player who's happy to have the Fox on his chest. Harvey Barnes plays the ball back. Vote fast. Amarte. Ndidi. Amarte plays up. He's looking for Mark Albrighton, but that gets intercepted. 3 minutes at a time. We're already 1 minute 15 into it. Damari Gray lays it off. Mikolenko goes off a Leicester City player and out for a throw-in that they take quickly. They're getting desperate. Same thing happens. Another cross is blocked. It goes out for another Everton throw. They're just showing me Brendan Rodgers right now, so I got no idea what's going on. They try to play a lofted ball up there. Was looking for Gordon. Headed away by James Justin and out for a throw-in that Patterson will take. It's getting intense here. We're into the final 1 minute and 5 seconds of this match. Doucouré, Patterson, back to Doucouré. Goes all the way back to Garner. Tarkovsky now. Tarkovsky has a quick back and forth with Iwobi. Mendy with the interception. To Madison. Loses his man. And now we break. Harvey Barnes on the through ball. Collects it. And it's stopped by Pickford. Oh, he just needed to get a little bit more under that. And he could have made it 3-0 at the very end there. 30 seconds to go. Dan Amarte. Wout Faes. And we'll just hold it. We'll run this clock out. Mendy, Faes, Mendy, Faes. Faes comes forward now. Gets right through the midfield line. Plays it to Barnes. One last attack here. Madison. Cuts inside. Cuts back. Tackled. No time to take the corner kick. And that is full time at Goodison Park. And it has ended Everton 0, Leicester City 2. And that was the exact result we needed to see us up into 13th place. Relegation? Who was talking about relegation? We're mid-table again. We're getting up into the... Hey, I'm very excited here. Obviously, other results are going to have to keep coming in. So teams aren't just going to stay on the number of points that they are. But we are now, as it stands, a win off of 9th. We're getting up there. I'm very excited for that. Now, for this post-match, I'm going to pop the link into the chat. If any of you would like to join in, share some very quick thoughts before I let you go. But a a convincing 2-0 Leicester City win. And I'm happy. Exactly, Orlando. The Foxes are back on track. Thank you, Fee, for tuning in and for the watch-alongs. Tim, thank you for tuning in. Wout Faes. What a buy. I always like to, at the start of the season, I buy a home shirt and I don't put anybody on the back. And then at the end of the season, I pick a player and I buy a name set and I put it on the back. Wout Faes, very much looking like the player who's going to be on the back of that shirt for this season. I'm chuffed with that result. Never say never. Hey, we're just off of 9th now. Get a line of good results going. We have winnable games still coming up. We got to play West Ham. I think we can get a result. We're going to be playing against Newcastle. If things go our way, we could get a result. And we're going to be playing against Liverpool. A very off-color Liverpool. We can get a result. It is time to start believing in this team again. Gray, Danny Ward has stood on his head for this match. Catching crosses, stopping breaks, coming out of his net, sweeper keepering. Give that man the number 1 for Wales at this World Cup. And Simon saying if Madison doesn't make the England squad, Southgate should be fired. Gina, great job for Leicester City. It's been a great match, and I am very, very happy with the result. I'm going to start wrapping things up for us now at this point, but I want to take a quick moment again to thank all of you for tuning in. It was a pleasure to commentate, especially on a great win. I always appreciate you all putting your chats in. Thank you to those of you who sent super chats in. If you enjoyed the live stream, if you enjoy Leicester City content, I'm going to highly encourage you to give us a follow. Because if you subscribe to the channel, it's not just watch-alongs with me, but we've got plenty of analysis and midweek shows that come in with people with far less of an accent than I do, with actual folks from Leicester. Great saying, don't get me started. Fair enough. Great. Well, I'm going to wrap things up. But like I said, thanks to all of our channel partners as well. Our outro is going to cover all of that. But if you enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. And thank you to all of you who tuned in and joined us. Hey, you know what? I'm going to postpone that ending because we've got a guest. Great result.
Wasn't it just? Wasn't it just?
Hello.
And the thing
Danny Ward. Sorry, mate. Go on after you.
Oh, I was just about to touch on the same thing where I was going to say, I think, honestly, though, Everton can feel a little hard done by because they did well to create chances, but Danny Ward has great match.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And when they came up to give man of the match, they said manners and face. And I do think they were a bit unfair for Danny Ward because he made a brilliant save in the first half. And Everton's a tough place to go to, but we went there and we dominated them. We were, if Madison's chances had gone in, then we were 3-4 up by half time. But
yeah,
what a worldie by Yuri.
The fact that he has now done this nearly 3 times this season. I don't care what he's asking for. Give him the Kylian Mbappe contract. Get him to stay in a Leicester City shirt.
I've been reading some comments tonight, and people think he'll sign a year extension. And
I love it.
That's some people who play golf with him as well that are saying that he's on about a year extension. But hey, I'm not one to spread gossip. So let's hope he signs that year extension.
I would love it. And the exciting thing as well, at the very least, I desperately want him to stay. But if we don't, it also looks like we do have that exciting, I think it's Enzo Lefebvre was the player that we're scouting as well.
Yeah.
He also would just be a fun player to have on the back of a shirt. I saw it at Lorient. He's got Elefee. Great name on the back of a shirt. But if we can keep, because he has his first initial as well, so it's Elefee on the back of his shirt. Anyway, that's not the point, though. A great result, a great performance by Tielemans.
100%. So I'm going to keep it clean, and I'm going to sign off.
Cheers, Gray. I got a couple other people to have on, but thanks for coming on. It's always a pleasure.
See you later.
Michael, are you ready to come on? And then I'm going to add in Sean as well at the same time. Let's get a whole lot of positivity going.
We are staying up. Say we are staying up. We are staying up. Wow, what a great when they win, because we have to watch the game in the morning time. When they win, it makes the whole weekend so much better. When they lose, it sucks. But today, wow, 2 great goals. Harvey had the ball a lot today, and he was pushing his man into the box. He didn't make the right decision every time, but oh my God, that last goal, how he left it for Matters, and Matters, I did like a flip through the bar, and everyone is now Leicester fans in the bar because I was there. Some guys looking on Lcfc to buy a shirt and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. You guys want to root for Leicester now, right?
They gotta start paying you as a recruiting agent at this point. Like, you're just signing up fans.
No, definitely. I get people to come into the bar. When I'm not doing the watch along, this is where I come. I come to the Doyles. Oh my goodness. You know what? This is what I want to say. The first 6-7 weeks of the season were absolutely dreadful. But because of how dreadful they were, these last 4 or 5 games, it just makes it so much more when we win. It just makes it just like fills my heart with happiness and seeing the boys come together. Brendan not getting sacked and then putting it all together to win these matches. Danny Ward getting another clean sheet after we talked so much trash about him the first couple weeks of the season. You see what I'm saying? Like, even when we're fighting at the bottom of the table, if you back the boys, watching football can still be really, really enjoyable. And that's what I want to say.
The number of redemption arcs that have happened so far this season, like the Danny Ward redemption arc, the Brendan Rodgers redemption arc, the Top redemption arc.
Yuri not signing the contract, but putting on the armband and still giving, 100% for the club.
Did you see his expression when he came off the pitch?
Oh my goodness. He's
smiling from ear to ear, hugging Brendan Rodgers.
Yo, a big hug to Brendan. The contract situation has nothing to do with the football. I think that, Gray said something about signing a year extension. He fucking loves, he loves it here. He loves it here. When you can be the man somewhere matters. Yuri, they love it here. Jamie Vardy, they love it here. When you can be the man somewhere. Hey, Jamie, hey. Look, I'm going to get off.
How's it going, lads? You enjoyed that? Are you good?
Absolutely.
Are you good?
Absolutely. I'm going to get off. Let Jamie get his comments in. I love you guys. We'll see you next weekend.
Cheers, Michael. Cracking.
Well, I'm back in Leicester. I'm in my own I'm back in my old stomping ground, Elijah, back in Kirby Muxloe. You probably won't be able to pronounce that very well. I've had a few beers, but what a night to have a few beers. Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? What a performance. Everton weren't even in it, were they, Elijah, really? Everton, did they have 1 or 2 shots on goal, I think? Nothing to worry Danny Ward at all.
I think, though, we do still need to give a lot of credit to Vutfas, Dana Marte, and Danny Ward, because I would say that they did have some gilt-edged chances, but those 3 players made them look like difficult chances. Be it either by shielding the ball, coming out of the goal. They did so well. And it's a gulf from where we were at the start of this season.
So it's firework night here. It's gone crazy. I'm not sure whether they're celebrating the victory or it's actually bonfire night. I'm not sure what, but Tielemans' goal, absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? It was unbelievable strike. I know I don't rate Yuri Tielemans because sometimes he doesn't do the hard work, but he comes up with some absolutely fantastic work. The goals he scores, some of the work he does. It's a shame he doesn't do it the whole 90 minutes, but what a strike. Absolutely fantastic strike, though, Elijah. I haven't seen you celebrating, but you and Michael must have gone absolutely bonkers.
I was saying to Gray, the fact that he's done that almost 3 times this season already. He's going to have the entire podium for goal of the season to himself. It's crack, and
if he does one every month, then he's going to be goal of the month every month.
Absolutely, it makes me happy.
2-0 win.
Go out there.
We've gone above Everton. Yeah, 2-0 win. We've gone above Everton. We're 13th. We're 13th now. What more do you want? We're onwards and upwards. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still my side of the camp, but I'm being swayed now over to the other side of the camp. I must admit, the football we're playing better. Yes, we lost to Man City last week, but we played well. The tactics were right, but we lost to an absolutely stunning free kick. But then we've gone away. We've won 6-0 over the last 2 away games, 2 clean sheets. Danny Ward is playing outstanding. The first 7 games we conceded the most goals ever in a Premier League season after 7 games. Now, all of a sudden, we're, I think, joint second in clean sheets. I think it is, Elijah.
Yeah.
I think is it 5 or 6 now? I can't remember.
Danny Ward is challenging for the Golden Glove right now.
Danny Ward, Golden Glove. We'd have never said that at the start of the season, would we?
Absolutely. All right, Jamie, I got to let you go because I got to get Sean on as well. But thank you for coming on, and it's always great to see you back.
Not a problem. Oh, Sean who? Sean Coulpin or Sean Sarson?
Sarson.
All right. All right then, pal. I'll see you later. Cheers, all. Come on, Sean. How are you, pal?
I'm good, Jamie.
Are you having a drink with me tonight, mate?
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, well, I'll have a drink for you, Sean. I shall see you later. See you all later. I'm at the Newport game. Anyone that wants to come and see me, I'm at the Newport game. come and say so. See you later. See you, Elijah. See you, Sean.
Cheers, Jamie.
Cheers, mate.
So, Sean, it wasn't quite the 6-0, but a great result. And still just what a strike from Youri Tielemans. And a nice goal from Harvey Barnes. What I want to know from you, who's your man of the match?
Well, I think Fass.
Footfass? That's a good choice. Because we did well defensively. Everton really came at us. But we did a good job to keep that clean sheet.
Yeah.
Now, I always love to get a bit of optimism out of you as well. Danny Ward is now second in the Premier League, I believe, tied for second on clean sheets. Do you think he gets the Gold Glove this season?
I think yes. And
yes.
Ian just, it did well, but he lost it. He lost the ball and when the ball away, but that is not for me. So.
What's been really good for us lately, I think, is that even when somebody does lose the ball, is that we seem like a lot more of a team now. Like everybody is there backing each other up. When Dan Amarte loses the ball, Danny Ward is there. When Danny Ward slipped, Amarte and fast tracked back. There's so much conversation and communication that's so good right now.
Yeah.
Last thing before we go. We're going to have the League Cup coming up. We're playing against Newport on Tuesday. I won't be able to do the watch along for that one. But how do you think that game's going to end? Because I feel a lot better than I did when we were playing against Stockport.
I think we can beat them again. Well, I think it might be 4-0 or 5-0. I don't know, but who knows? But I can't count my chickens. So
you know what? I'll take either a 4-0 or a 5-0. All right. So before I let you go, can I get a come on, Leicester?
Come on, Leicester. Come on.
Cheers, Sean, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you all for joining me. I'm going to actually wrap things up now. It's been a pleasure and a great result for Leicester. And as always, come on, you Foxes!
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie & Co Estate Agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.